What's up, guys? How we doing? Some of you guys have been asking me what my thoughts are on like YouTube hoopers, or why I don't talk about like the larger creators, social media influencers that are ruining basketball, whatever. So some of you sent me what my thoughts were on Tristan Jass. For those of you that don't know, he signed a contract to play in the CEBL, the Canadian professional basketball league. And yeah, I hadn't seen much of it. I don't really keep track with entertainment style basketball as much. Not that I think there's anything wrong with it. It's just not my content. I'm an old man. It's just not content for me. But I do remember watching like Tristan Jass like became popular for doing like crazy layups and whatever. I think he was one of the first people that really exploded on the scene, the basketball scene, not being like a professional hooper or like a Division I hooper that was still able to push the game forward through like entertainment. I've always enjoyed his content. I think it's great. And the best thing about it, it's kind of like some of the other YouTubers I talk about. The best part about it is it shows a pathway through basketball, making a living through basketball without playing in the NBA. And I think that's huge. I think majority of the people that are going to make any money from basketball, it's not going to be in the NBA. So that can be your top goal. That's great. But to see how many other ways there are to contribute to the game and whatever, I think it's huge. So yeah, I have no issues with Tristan Jass and his style of content, but I did want to talk about, so someone wanted me to watch the highlights of the game, so professional game, from May 10th. And then I did a quick look at the league. This is what I typically do when someone wants me to review a person, whatever. I just do a quick background check. It sounds very scammy, but I like to know what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at, whatever. So we'll look at this. We'll look at the highlights. We'll break it down, and yeah, we'll get my reaction and we'll talk some things through.
Way to spend your Saturday night. We got tip off right here.
So one thing I do know, a guy just caught the ball. That's Mitch Creek. He played in the NBA actually for a little bit, but he's an Australian. I actually played against him a little bit. He's good. He's legit. So this is a legit professional league. Like this is not a it's not a joke that Tristan was able to get this opportunity to play for them. However, this is a preseason game. So
Tyrese Samuel wins the jump.
Important to remember, he's not starting. He's not on the court.
You've got 2 or 3 guys that love posting up here from the Sick Warriors, so that's definitely something that they're going to have to figure out how to manage.
Here's Brockington quickly up to Mangus.
I mean, it looks packed in there.
Thanks so much, Chris. Back and forth they go. The Sick Warriors. That was a nice J from Tjass Bajwa, as returning in kind is Isaiah Brockington.
So if I had to guess, just by the looks, like these uniforms and things, and nothing wrong with them, but I'm assuming this is like a practice. This is either like an intramural team or like a college team, or like a Canadian college team, or just like a semi-professional team or something that they've put together to play this game, because it is a preseason game.
But adept at the 3 and adept at getting to the rim. That one doesn't go. Grant Shepard fighting for it.
Oh, so this is Tristan here.
Tjass gets it back to Shepard, and there's the highlight.
Skip so far ahead.
Isaiah Brockington.
Okay, let's have a look at that.
Adept at getting to the rim. That one
gets
doesn't
the basket, misses.
Grant Shepard fighting for it, but Tjass gets.
Nice little pass there. One thing you'll notice is like just the size. This is how tiny he looks on this court. That's a heck of a pass.
The highlight, bounce pass in the finish.
Nice move.
So he's gotten his abilities from the two of
Playing
you.
Defense.
It's from you, Bob. Okay, great. It's been fantastic to watch.
I mean, that's going to be the biggest issue for him, is just defensively. You can see he's shading him to the left. But once he gets going, he's not big enough to like. I mean, he just blows by. Like this is just a very quick blow by.
He's gotten his abilities from the two of you.
No screen, no anything. Just goes left. Like even here, he's already past him. Brings the help over. And it's a great finish, by the way.
From you, Bob. Okay, great. It's been fantastic to watch. He's a great kid. He's worked his butt off, and.
But I think, Cheryl, as we enter this season, you're seeing a higher level of Canadian talent also make the choice to play.
Same thing, just small.
Drop for Vic Tour, another and one.
Just small. So ideally, what you'd like to see from a smaller player is like right here. He's got him on the sideline. If he can push him further down the sideline, then your help has more time to come over. The angles are just far better, but to just run beside him, this is where people don't understand. Overseas basketball, I say overseas, it's Canadian, but anything but the NBA, it's a little bit more physical. You would expect him to be more physical and in his space here. I know some people be like, turn him. Most times you don't really want to turn an elite player if you're not like more athletic or you can't get there more conditioned than they are, because he'd just go middle and it opens up the whole floor. So you want to typically keep it on the sideline. Does a good job there.
A higher level of Canadian.
But then he lets him, honestly, this guy should be in the corner to create more space, to make it harder on this help. But this is pretty good pickup.
Talent.
I mean, he picks it up at the 3-point line.
Also make the choice.
Gets just outside the key, but it's just the size. He's able to just shoot it over the top even with the foul.
As that one's going to drop for Victor, another and one opportunity on home court in those uniforms, courtesy of New Era. New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the
Tjass with a
CEBL
little back cut there, nice.
Bit of a run, 6-point lead.
Learning the plays.
Here we go, Mitch Creek.
That's Mitch.
Mitch
Creek.
Little soft touch at the rim.
He's
for the pride
a
of Porsche
monster
from Australia.
on the court, by the way.
Here's Nuga.
Again,
Creek's
Creek
down low. That's going to be his easiest two of the night. Not the man you want to leave.
I'm not going to break down these plays, any of them without Tristan
Wide open under the hoop.
I wish I had the full game so I could actually break down stuff that's not highlights.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Rockington. Samuel's in the lane, and there you go. What a way to finish the first half. Tyrese Samuel throwing it down.
Up by 20, 22 at half.
Be all you have it for the first 20 minutes, folks.
So for a basketball fan, it's a great time to be watching the game.
Woo! Look out below, Tyrese Samuel.
So far, it should be Bandits highlights the whole way through, I'm thinking.
Gamesmanship between Vancouver and the Sick Warriors. Vancouver up 80-63.
Floor, lifting,
as Mitch
nice.
Creek gets to the hoop with a pretty spin. But for
you used the word finesse a little bit earlier, and I think that's kind of the goal, is to just keep finding out the wrinkles and smoothing them out.
Yeah, again, I mean, height is the biggest thing for him. Like, I think skill-wise, he's probably pretty close to some of these players. Like, he's probably close. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to see more. But skill-wise, he can probably shoot fine. He can probably dribble fine, finish fine. But size and athleticism is huge. So even just something as simple as this trap, like, so he closes out, does the right thing.
Kind of
again, this guy can get everywhere he wants to, so you have to help. Again, people will look at this and go, oh, good defense. But it's like anytime you have to bring a help defender because not being able to close them out one-on-one, kind of a liability, I suppose. But now he can just see the whole floor. Like, he can just look over Tristan. Like, he misses this pass here, but he can see the whole floor. Nail defender drops down and take that away, and then he just skips it to the three.
Just keep finding out
a bullet pass as well,
smoothing them out a little bit.
So again, this is what, whenever you're looking at players, if they can play a specific level, if you're constantly giving up direct drives to the basket, which causes the help to come over, so we call it like creating a split, getting into the gaps. If you're that defender that keeps happening to, that's a problem. So again, this is just highlights, and we've already seen it happen to him 3 or 4 times. And so that's where he's really going to struggle. It's just defensively, he's really going to struggle to stay on the court or be on the court at the professional level. Yeah, that's one thing you need to be able to do, just play defense.
Whether that's some of your defensive rotations forward, but again, like a lot of the little things in terms of the timing, sometimes it just takes a few more practices. You know, obviously limited practice time sometimes once the regular season starts.
Opening day of the regular season. It's the Calgary Surge versus the Edmonton Stingers. Battle of Alberta at the Edmonton Expo Center as Creek dives to the lane, gets that layup to go.
Coaching staff, like you mentioned, you know, we've got a little bit of everything here, so it's exciting to see. You know, we talked about the officials as well. At the very beginning, mentioned them, but let's see what he can do with this. And obviously, a free throw is a great way to finish a game. Maybe not a highlight dunk, but sometimes you just got to take the win.
And there you have it, folks. The century mark is all it takes.
I guess that's it. Maybe it was a different game. I did see Instagram post or Twitter post or something. He happened to hit 5 threes in a game, but I think that was the game even before this one. So again, it's preseason game. Like, you don't know who they're playing. It could be a high school team. You don't know who they're playing against. But like I said, offensively, he's probably not going to be too far off. But yeah, defensively, going to be a real struggle. rather than going and watching those highlights too, again, my input or analysis wouldn't change. So I guess a couple things I want to look at here. So yeah, Tristan Jass, like if you don't know him, 2.4 million. Just did a video of Mr. Beast and Giannis, pretty cool. But this is the first thing I did was, so he's playing for the Bandits. Let's go to teams. Let's go to, basically you can go to any, you should be able to go to any league like homepage and just like look up there. So they're 3-0, which is good. Typically what I do, go to a team, look at or go to a league, then look at the team that this person plays for and then see what they're doing. But the first thing I notice is like, he's not even on the roster. So hasn't played an official game. And honestly, I don't know if he's still on the team or what the contract was or anything like that. But what it seems to me, if I had to guess, and this is not a knock, hear the whole thing. I'm assuming he signed a contract to play through the preseason for this team, which is a professional team in a professional league. That's already huge, by the way. But just to play through the preseason, and if it worked out, then great. And if it didn't work out, like he had an opportunity and it got more eyes on the league, like, I mean, heck, we're watching highlights and watching them now, which I wouldn't be doing this. So I think it was probably really good for the team to make that decision, but also for Tristan Jass, like this is a huge opportunity to get to test your skills, see where you're at, see what it's like being on the court with professionals and what you need to work on if you still want to make that level or decide if it's something you don't want to do. I think it's awesome. I think, typically when people get opportunities, people usually are like, well, he's a YouTuber, he shouldn't have this opportunity. It's not fair to someone else. But honestly, this is the way opportunities work. Like, you're going to get an opportunity to play somewhere because you have an uncle that's coaching the team, or you have your best friend has a connection with this guy, and then he gets you into a tryout. Like, this is how basketball works. It's 70% of it is just relationships and connections. So him using his social media following, everything he's brought to the game to get an opportunity to effectively, it's a tryout, to get an opportunity to try out for a team. Like, that's awesome. The one issue I have, and this is not Tristan Jass, this is not CEBL, this is not Vancouver, whatever, they're Vancouver Bandits, this is not an attack on anyone. This is just what our social media environment is. So whoever it was that sent me the highlight of the video, hey, react to Tristan Jass, whatever. I think it was something like react to Tristan Jass making it onto a professional team. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Like, it surprised me. But again, that should show you the dedication and the difficulty. Like, these 12 guys, I got 2 11s here. These 12 guys that have made the team, it's really tough to do. And for him to not make the team, but everyone in the world now is saying he's playing professional in the CEBL and he's killing it and he's had 5 threes, it kind of diminishes for these guys. Someone like a Mitch Creek, no one's talking about him. He's had, let's just see, he's played 3 games. And I can't read stats, apparently. Oh, points. Oh, he scored 71 points across 3 games. And yeah, everything else he's done, rebounds, assists, all that. So he's leading the team, second in the team in rebounds. But anyways, I know who Mitch Creek is, and I've seen his work. He's legit. He's a top elite athlete in the world, has played in the NBA, played at the highest level, but we're talking about the social media influencer. So on one side, it's awesome because it brings more eyes. But on the other side, it's like the grind of what it really takes to make it, and the luck that plays into it, and the grit and the effort that it takes to get to just even this level, the CEBL, like to play professionally in Canada. It's really hard. And what I don't like is diminishing all of these other guys who have made the team and have hung around, and we say like this other person, he played professionally and it was really easy for him, but he decided not to because of money, whatever. So I think it's important to look at these scenarios. You can look at the positives for Tristan, you can look at the positives for the CEBL, but also remember these guys put in the grind as well. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, I think it was fine. Thanks for sending it. I enjoyed watching the highlight. I thought it was going to be I was hoping it was going to be the 5 3-pointer game. I'll have to go watch that on my own. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think it's great that YouTubers, social media influencers are now breaking into kind of that professional space. My hope is that we find a better way to package that. We find a better way to show not the differences necessarily, but like, this is what it takes to get to this level. Give people a blueprint, like show what it really takes. This is what it takes to get to this level. Like, show what it takes to be an influencer and a YouTuber, and trying to mesh and grow into the basketball professional space. Like, I think that's a really interesting way to do it. Either way, thought it was a great video. I rambled a lot. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.